At 442,000 total lifetime races. This will be my biggest video ever. Oh yeah, and that's 51,392 races behind Flood. Anyway, let's start, shall we? By the end, I'll show you how many races I have against Flood, my total lifetime race count, the total session, and of course the league. Let's start my 40-hour blitz. All right, officially that's the first hour into that. 101 races into the session, and 93 races are done in that first hour. 2 hours into the blitz, 196 races into the session, and 94 races done during the second hour. Well, 3 hours into the blitz, 291 races into the session, and 93 races were done during that third hour. 4 hours into the blitz now, that is 384 races into the session, and 95 races done in that fourth hour. All right, that's now 5 hours in, 463 races into the session, and, well, only 81 races are done in that previous hour because of, well, first of all, I had to get breakfast. All right, that's now 6 hours into the blitz, 558 into the session, and 94 races done in hour 6. All right, that's now 7 hours into the blitz. That's 655 races into the session, and during the seventh hour, I did 94 races. 8 hours into the blitz now, that's 745 races into the session, and 93 races were done during the 8th hour. I believe now this is 9 hours into the session, 838 races into the blitz, and that was 94 races in that previous hour. All right, 10 hours into the session, or blitz now, 921 races into the session. Only 85 races were done in that last hour because that was my first lines of the day. All right, now that is 11 hours into the video right now. 11 hours into the blitz, 1,011 races into the session, only 88 races done in the 11th hour. All right, 12 hours into the session, that's 1,110 total lifetime races, and the 12th hour was, if I recall correctly, 92 races in length. And by the way, I made it to the 12th hour at exactly 1,100 races, which was exactly the pace I had for my 24-hour blitz, but 11 behind Tariff's 12-hour blitz. All right, this is now 13 hours into the session, 1,203 races into the blitz. That means officially this is a typing nightmare session for short races. Oh, and the 13th hour had 94 races. Let's keep it. All right, 14 hours into the blitz now. That's 1,298 races into the session. 15 hours into the blitz now. That's 1,385 races into the session. And if I recall correctly, that beats my old record by, well, there's like 1,370 something, I believe. Like, what, 1,379? It was pretty good, actually. Great pacing for a 15-hour blitz. 16 hours into the session now. That's 1,469 races into the session. And like what, 93 races done in that previous hour? What am I saying? It's like 86. That's 1,553 races into the session. That is now 17 hours into the blitz. And I did 83 races both the previous hours. All right, that's now what, 19 hours into the blitz now, 1,737 races into the session, and let's see here. I decided to go 2 hours without recording. So the first hour I did not do very many races, only about what, 88 or so. But the next one I did 93, so we're getting better. All right, 20 hours into the blitz, 1,828 races into the session. That's officially a typing demon session for or short races anyway. And I did 93 races in that last hour. Yeah, anyway, don't mind Mateo. He's just being a bit of a rage baiter. Sore loser from missing that league, probably. Anyway, here I am now, 21 hours into the blitz and 1,928 races into the session. That's about typing nightmare from long race perspective. 92 races were done in that hour. 22 hours into the blitz, 2012 races into the session, 93 races were done in that 22nd hour. 23 hours into the blitz, that's 2,103 races into the session. At that point, that's 94 races were done in that previous hour. 24 hours into the Blitz now. It's 2,152 total lifetime races. I'm ahead. I'm behind my old 24-hour Blitz time by like what 50 races or so. Yeah, it's because I only did 49 races during that last hour, thanks to two separate times of micro sleeping during that time. So a rather unfortunate turn of events, I'll be honest. I lost my session because I fell asleep for half an hour. Somehow I was still able to wake up despite that, but yeah, if we go over to my race logs, my last race happened, well, let's see here, 2:30. Yeah, I noticed by 3 o'clock that I've royally messed up. So yeah, that's always fun to deal with. Anyway, so what is that? 2,196 races or so? 2,194. Yeah, I ended up doing it over the course of 24 hours. So you'll still get some content today. It was not like I originally thought it was going to be, but still pretty good. Also, holy crap, just shy of 50,000 races in the race logs. Huh. Anyway, going over to the leagues, you'll see personally I'm over here in second place with 3.4 million XP. Oh yeah, and Tariff is doing his big session himself. As for the team, over here in first place, hey, 10 million XP, not bad. Anyway, guys, that's all from me, and I'll see you tomorrow, where I'll hopefully be less sleep.